Guys, Bill and Ted Face the Music is excellent, dude. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing Bill and Ted Face the Music. And if you guys are new here, consider hitting that like and subscribe button because I love talking movies. I want to keep talking them with all you guys down below in the comment section as well. So let me know down below, guys, what is your favorite Bill and Ted movie so far? And how excited are you for this film? Because, God, I was so looking forward to this. I love Bill and Ted, and the very first film is very cherished by me because I had a very great moment of my history teacher being pissed at my class and deciding to throw on Bill and Ted for us to watch. And while no one else was watching it, I was, and I absolutely adored it. So thank you, Mr. Corey, if you're happy to watch this. Probably aren't, but thank you so much, because the first Bill and Ted was, I just adored it. I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. And then Bill and Ted 2, I actually just watched for the first time just a couple days ago as I was doing my rewatch marathon leading up to Bill and Ted 3, which, first off, straight up the bat, please, if you're going to go see this film in theaters or you're going to do the VOD thing, which I think is awesome that they're providing, like, if you want to see it in theaters, you can. If you don't, if you feel more comfortable watching it at home, you can just VOD stream it. Please do a marathon of Bill and Ted. You can literally go pick up this set over here at Walmart for like $9, and it's totally worth it. Because honestly, this marathon was just such a charming, delightful adventure that I truly just had a big smile on my face for like the past 4 hours as I watched each and every one of them. Like I said, Bill and Ted 1, I adore, I love, and Bill and Ted 2, for the first time watch, I kind of put it off because so many people talk down about it. I don't get why. It's a fun film. It's not as good as the first one. It's like a little bit underneath it, but it's still fun, it's unique, and it's different. They didn't just do a rehash of the first one again. They did something completely different, playing around in this world and what Bill and Ted do, and then adding in the character of Death was just absolutely great. Bill and Ted Face the Music, I went into this, you know, I really like the first trailer. I see they're bringing back some of the time travel elements, but I didn't know what else to expect from this film. Because sometimes when you come back to a comedy and it's been quite a while, you don't know how to feel about it. It could turn out bad. I'm really happy to say that, again, Bill and Ted Face the Music is excellent, dude. I adored this film. I loved this movie. It's not gonna, you know, it probably has some of the same cons as the first few did. But nonetheless, like, if you are a giant Bill and Ted fan, you are going to enjoy this. If you don't like Bill and Ted, this isn't going to change your mind by any means. And honestly, I'm going to get my nitpick right out of the way. With this film, and pretty much with the other two Bill and Teds, especially this one, though, there is a very repetitive feeling to it, especially with the two storylines going involved within here, because we have two pretty much subplots going around. We have Bill and Ted's adventures through time travel, and we also have the two daughters going around in time travel, and they're all doing certain and special requirements for this quest to save the universe. And while it was fun watching both, I will say Bill and Ted's did get a little bit repetitive as it kept going on. I won't say I wasn't enjoying it, but the repetitive nature was still there nonetheless. Even though it's repetitive in its nature, the film never lost a beat. The second it started to the finale of the film, I was totally on board throughout it, and it feels like I was returning to a place that was just homey and that I had missed so much. Even though the film is repetitive, the way that the film starts and ends just completely enwraps you into this world, and it really felt like this movie had never lost a beat, that these characters, the performances never lost a beat. Keanu Reeves is excellent as Ted. Alex Winter is also excellent, dude, as Bill, and they're just so perfect in these roles. They are the embodiment of Bill and Ted, and you totally see that within the limelight. They're just so great. It really feels like they had stepped off the role for a while and came right back in and never lost a single second of those moments. Chemistry with one another is also fantastic. And that's one of the strongest elements of Bill and Ted, and it always has been, is that friendship between them both. Of course, now we have two newcomers to this whole franchise, which is Thea and Billy, Bill and Ted's kids, played by Samara Weaving and Bridget Payne, who I adore. Samara Weaving and Bridget Payne, I love them both. I love every single thing they've been in so far. But what perfect casting to have them both be Bill and Ted's kids. Like, they are excellent in here, and they really do such an amazing job playing off their kids. I really love how their performances didn't just feel like copycats of their dads. They gave a new nuance to it, but at the same time, you could see, yeah, these are Bill and Ted's kids. I love the charming and charismatic values that they brought to this world, and I can't stress this enough. Guys, I want a spin-off with just them two, because they were awesome and stole a lot of the show. And in general, for me, I would just love another Bill and Ted. If this is the last one, that's awesome, that's fine. But I truly want at least something still exploring these two characters. I just love the charming values that they brought to the screen. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention William Sadler back as Death. He is just perfect in this role. I loved him in 2, and I love him in this one. But truly, the new big performance in here that I adored was Anthony Carrigan, who I am a major fan of from Barry. And I'm not going to say which character he plays because I didn't notice it until the credits were rolling, but what an awesome character he plays, and I just absolutely loved every single moment that he was in this movie because I was just dying laughing at his scenes. One thing in particular with this new Bill and Ted film is the way that they do throwbacks and Easter eggs to the previous films. There are some running jokes that come back from those films that tie into this, and it absolutely made me laugh, especially one in particular that happens very early on in the movie. But in general, sometimes these can get in the way. We've seen it in some of the throwback films that we've seen before that come back from such a past, but for this they don't. It just works wonders, and the pacing for this film moves at an hour and a half. This film flew by, and as a nitpick, guys, as a con, I'll say I wish this film was longer. You know, I know in all actuality this film probably was its perfect length. It really was much the same length as the first two films. I'm just a little bit spoiled here that we get another Bill and Ted film, and I just wanted more time with these characters and then with this world, and I just had such a total blast with Bill and Ted Face the Music. To be honest, like I said, if you don't like Bill and Ted, I don't think this is going to change your mind. You know, it doesn't have life-altering CGI, it doesn't have life-altering performances in it, and it's not going to be one of the funniest movies you've ever seen. But what it perfectly is, and what it encaptures, is what the first two films encaptured, was just an excellent, awesome adventure, dude, with two awesome characters who are wholesome, heartfelt, and charming, and you just can't stop watching them on the screen. I'll give you my final thoughts on Bill and Ted Face the Music. Make sure, guys, to hit that like and subscribe button as well. Comment down below and let me know your guys' thoughts on this film. How excited are you for it? Are you not? Let's discuss it all down there. What is your favorite Bill and Ted film so far? And, of course, guys, make sure to head on over to Sandwich on Films on how to see films early, and of course it's a big thing to you and a big thing in my Patreon supporters, because without you I wouldn't be able to do this. Bill and Ted Face the Music is absolutely awesome, dude. It's excellent and it's amazing. I can't stress enough how much fun I had with Bill and Ted Face the Music. The performances are great. I love the new cast members they brought in here, especially the two daughters who just perfectly embodied what Bill and Ted were, and I would love a spin-off with Samara Weaving and Bridget Payne, because I honestly, I just love them as actresses, but I think they would kill it in their own franchise. Love Reeves and Winter in these roles. They're just so perfect. They came right back onto the screen like nothing had ever changed, and while I do wish the film was longer because I want to be a little bit spoiled, and yes, the film is a little bit repetitive in certain antiques, but still, nonetheless, it gives you nice throwbacks to the past while adding in new evolutions for what's going on in the future of Bill and Ted. I love it. I think this film speaks for so many more things than it should be. And again, I love Bill and Ted. I love the first one, and I adore the second one, and I adored this one. I don't even know. This might be the best one. It has such an awesome finale. Like, really, probably the best finale out of any of the Bill and Teds. I love this film to death. I love this trilogy now, and this is a perfect marathon. You guys should definitely go. If you're planning on watching this on VOD or you're going to the theater, you're going to watch Bill and Ted 1 and 2 right before 3, because it'll just enhance your experience in so many different ways. So with all that said, I'm going to give Bill and Ted Face the Music an A-. Deserve nothing less than an A-, just for the pure spectacle of entertainment that I got out of here. And everyone's gonna feel different. Just totally feels on how you like Bill and Ted. If you don't, you're gonna disagree with this review, but that's totally fine with me, guys. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know what your favorite Bill and Ted film is. Once again, hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. And of course, until next time, stay classy.